break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Ready, black 22. Check, check, walk 54, walk 54. I got him.
Andre Ellington, his first carry. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Jameis to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line. Ready? 525. Check, check, 59. All day, just like that. Just like that. Easy, 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 easy. Mike, check, check, 59, 59. Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Where's that?
A first down throw for Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on. And as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
He's not going to get me. Check 13. Wait. Green, 56 to Mike.
Throwing, Winston. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long for Winston. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
Hey, alert! 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 Hey, shoot! Come on. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Winston. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
That's going to be a long day. Check, check. Fresno. Even. Fresno.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Check 43. 12, fellas, here we go.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Devin White brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. CD, you know, there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, check. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Exit.
Now Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 42 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Switch gears. Hey, 5 on 50. 5 on 50. 61. Next box. Let's go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get that. Flip it. Shift. Come on. Sunday. Hey, check 24. Sunday. Flip it.
Here's Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
Here's Ellington. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
A 23-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos. And down he goes. goes. A Buccaneer sack. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Carl Nassib in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Fielded at the 43. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Ready? Black 25. Check, check. Block 54. Block 54. Squeeze, squeeze.
First down, Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, watch that. Check, Mike. Mike 54. I got him.
Off the play fake, Winston. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Even. 54. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
From the gun, Winston. It's hauled in by Ellington. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13 and also the first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
6, right there, 56. He's coming, double up. He's coming, double up.
On the ground, Ellington. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Winston. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll try and run for it with Jones. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
4th down coming as the Bucs send on Cairo Santos for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And this has no chance. It's no good. Well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number one.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Check. Watch 54. Let's put him on the clock.
On first down, Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston is going to fire, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finders touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Niners on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Garoppolo now. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. It's a run by Coleman to start the third quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jerick McKinnon, 2 years in the making, gets his first 49er carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. An 11-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
56, Mike, 56.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got Evans. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The result, a 1st down as a quick slant gets him 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Ellington. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Ready, black 25. 54, Mike. Watch the run. They're running it. White. 54, Mike.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the 1st half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Focus, defense, focus.
Jameis to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Rashad Perriman, 47 yards. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple of extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27.
12.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. From 17 yards out, and the 49ers have retaken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. Blue lady. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, mark the screen. Mark the screen.
They'll start on the ground with Barber. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still flip it. Y'all play.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 74 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
And of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Play action. Garoppolo. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey, alert 3. 13.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Niners on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
I got you.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. To throw is Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch your leg. Joker.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready. White 25.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. You ready? Follow. Don't get nervous. Mike 5-4, Mike 5. Easy. 5-4. Hey, I'm coming. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So the solid run on 1st, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the 1st half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Right there.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Let's get that ball. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Green, triple T. Check nickel.
This is Ellington. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
The Bucs on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9.
Sponge. Here we go, even.
Throwing, Winston. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Sheldon Day with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, 87 yards. And the Niners are a point away from leading this game. A big-time fourth-quarter return for a touchdown to tie this game. Now the PAT obviously would give them the lead.
And as we know, it's no longer a gimme since they changed the rules a couple of seasons ago.
Gold with the extra point, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Winston. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
We got to get to the ball, G. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. Pick the edge. Pick the edge. Come. Tommy. Let's go.
Jameis now on 1st down. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Let's go, baby. Check 31. Check 31. Let's go. Let's convert. Check 59. Let's go.
And they try to sweep to Jones. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Jones. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Switch.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run with Ellington. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10.
Here we go. 65.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Here we go.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Buccaneers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.